In this video, I will be talking about not caring about your manifestation, okay? And not caring is very, very essential because when you care too much, you are separated from it. You're pushing it away. It's like chasing a rabbit. When you chase a rabbit, imagine a dog chasing a rabbit. The dog doesn't have the rabbit. So what you want to do to manifest something is imagine yourself with the rabbit. So if you were a dog and you're manifesting a rabbit, you would imagine yourself with the rabbit in your mouth. You know, if you wanted to eat it, if you wanted to be friends with it, then it would be sitting next to you. You'd be maybe taking a nap together. You know, napping together, and the rabbit's with you. It's already with you. You're not chasing it. And so when you care too much about like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You know, like, what does this person think of me? What does a specific person think of me? What does a specific person think of me? You know what the specific person thinks of you already. You're intimate together. You're ready together. Whatever it is that you want to do with this person. Okay? Maybe you just want a text message from that person. So you already got it. You're not like, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I wonder what they're thinking about. It's already done. Okay? It's already done. All right, so I'm going to go over, this is how I'm going to go over this, all right? The topic is do not care to manifest. The categories, subtopics I'll be going over is how to live in the end, how to not care, okay? No, be calm. How it creates a vacuum. And lastly, D, not caring is like resisting the manifestation. It's like magnetizing it more. I want to say magnetizing it more because it's like magnetizing it. Because what you resist persists. Okay, so it's like you're resisting your manifestation, meaning it's magnetizing itself to you faster because what you resist persists. Okay, what you resist persists. What you resist persists. So whatever you're focusing on persists. Okay, so I can't wait till we get to that one. And then a bonus tip, I'm gonna give you a quote. This is a bonus, a quote that will help you. So stay to the end to get this quote. All right, and stay to the end if you're ready to learn and apply. Because if you're not ready to learn and apply, you're not gonna get results. You have to apply this. Okay. Now, let's get started. Okay. The first way I want to share about living in the end is you have to see yourself with what you desire. Just like the analogy about the dog. Don't chase. Have the image, or just remember how not to manifest is chasing the dog, right? See a dog chasing a rabbit. The way to manifest is see the dog with the rabbit. See the dog napping with the rabbit. So the dog is napping, right? And the dog is in between his legs and arms in the stomach area because that's the warm area. So the rabbit's there. That's how you want to be with the thing that you desire. You see yourself with it. Feel yourself with it. The dog feels the warm hair of the rabbit on its stomach. They both can feel each other breathing in and out. They're probably in synchronicity, breathing in and out together, feeling their fur. Okay. I hope that analogy helps you with living in the end. Let's go over a few things, right? Money, right? If you had a certain amount of money, what would you do with that money? Okay, create a scene and see yourself doing the thing that you would do with that money. Okay, recently I manifested a fat ass check and at my sales job, and that was during a time where we weren't working. Like for 2 weeks we weren't working, and I manifested a fat ass check, and I saw the end by seeing myself buy myself a tracksuit. I bought a tracksuit. And if you look around, tracksuits are not $10. And if you buy a shirt, it might be $10. Okay, so it's 10 times that. It's about $100. So more or less, a tracksuit comes with a pant and a jacket or sweater. Okay, yeah. So like I would do that, because that's more like spoiling myself. So I'm used to buying $5 $5 shirts, $5 socks. If you go to Ross, that's how much clothes cost at Ross. It's like not expensive at all. There is other price points, but like I just wear blank shirts unless I create my own shirts. Then I have some. I have Defy Endurance shirts. I should sell some of those more. I have a lot of Defy Endurance shirts, so I'll create a eBay link. If you want one, let me know. Comment below. I'll create an eBay link if you want some of those Defy Endurance shirts. Okay. If there's a demand, I'll provide the supply. All right. So let's get into So that was money. All right. Let's do health. What would you see yourself doing? Okay. Recently, I hurt myself doing bench press. I had a big old bruise. Now it's gone. See, it's gone. I had a sick ass bruise. And if you see my video a couple days ago, I had the bruise. But I would imagine myself doing a muscle up. Today I did a muscle up. I would see myself doing a muscle up at my gym. And I started doing this when I couldn't even lift my arm. Like I was like this. It was just like going to like my chin level. That's how much my arm would go up. But I knew, because I knew it would come back, because I would see my arm up in the air. I would do the stretches and my arm wouldn't go up. And I think my gym crush, let's call her Kat. Okay, Kat. Oh man, I'm a freak. Let's call her Kat. And she would stare at me. She's like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure she noticed, because my hand, I couldn't raise it. This hand I would go like this. I'll raise it all the way. Doing the thread the needle warm up. Thread the needle. And so you're on all fours, and one hand you put under the other, and you stretch it. So you stretch your back, your lats, your rhomboids, and your traps. And so you're stretching, and then you bring it back, and you look towards your back and aim towards the sky, right? So when I did my right arm, and I went under my left hand, and I stretched it, I got the little stretch, and I couldn't raise it no more. I couldn't raise it. I just couldn't raise it, because the chest muscle helps a lot with raising it. It's like so crazy how everything's connected, you know. And you're thinking you're stretching your back, but your chest is also in operation. It's an assistant. It's like a secondary muscle. Arnold Schwarzenegger knew about this, because that's what he said. Well, I would do pull-ups to stretch out the chest to get it bigger. And yeah. And so when I would do the stretch, I would imagine my arm in the air, and my arm all the way in the air. I would imagine it in my mind as I'm moving. I would imagine it in the air. That's what I would do. Yeah. All right. That's for health. Okay. See yourself doing the thing that you would do if you were already healthy. Okay. I had a slight, injury. Or maybe I didn't. In my mind, I didn't. I never had an injury in my mind. In my imagination, I never had an injury. Fuck the circumstance. So in this case, I was like, fuck circumstance. I rejected the circumstance. Okay. And see yourself doing the thing you would do. Okay. See yourself doing the thing you would do. That's it. Nothing else. See yourself doing the thing that you would do. Okay. So that's health. Love. Oh, I just said love, and I felt deep relief, because for me, love feels like deep relief right now. Being intimate with my specific people is about being intimate, building an intimate relationship. It's not about, sex is cool. Sex is the first part, is the first step, like having that sexual chemistry, because if you don't have sexual chemistry, you're friend zoned. Like, say, if you're a guy or a girl, if you know somebody and there's no sexual chemistry, if you're a guy, you don't find the girl attractive, you're not gonna make a move. Like, you don't even want to. And a girl too, if there's no sexual chemistry, you don't like the guy. Okay. There has to be that. That's like the initial thing, and you get yucked out when if you do like a person and then you end up not liking them because for whatever reason. Women end up not liking men because of their vibe, because they're very unstable emotionally. And when you're unstable emotionally, women are scared. They think, hey, this guy's gonna hurt me. This guy can control himself. What's he gonna do when I'm around him? Behind closed doors. And men usually don't like a girl because of her actions. Because men are very visual. We're attracted to the body, and So when we get to know the personality, most women are cool, man. Women are awesome, and but then there's maybe something that you don't like that they do. You know, maybe they're rude. Maybe they drink too much alcohol. There's this girl who she would have been my partner. Like I would have made it something like committed. We're already in a committed open relationship because we've been talking for about 5 years. You know, I'm 10 years older than her, and yeah, but she drinks too much, and I told her like, yeah, that's the only reason like I don't want anything serious, and she's okay with that. You know, she's okay with that. And she knows it's a flaw. She knows it's a flaw of hers. You know, it's like if I were on heroin or something like that, or maybe like, you know, something that's like a flaw. Like you know, like it's you guilt trip yourself about it. And remember, guilt is a low vibe. Guilt is a low fucking vibe. You know, and we can't really. Nobody can get us out of that low vibe, that guilt. Ourselves have to do it. Like drinking and driving. That's something that really made me feel very very guilty because I got a DUI. So I had stopped drinking, and now I don't drink and drive. The other time I did drink and drive, but it was like I felt good, like I didn't feel like buzzed at all. Um, but I did drink that day. That day I had drank like a few hours before, but I didn't feel any guilt about it. So the thing is you gotta listen to your conscience. Your conscience is your guideline. Your conscience is your guideline. Okay. From your conscious awareness, not conscience, but conscious or your awareness. So from your awareness, let's just go to awareness because awareness you can feel your guilt, you can feel your vibe, and awareness you can also feel your desire. All right. So that's damn. We're let's go back to manifesting the specific person. See yourself with that person. Okay. What would you see if you're already with that person? If you're already intimate with this person, what would you see? Maybe you want to get a phone call. Maybe you want to get a text. What would you see? Well, you'll see the text. You don't imagine yourself waiting for the text. You don't imagine yourself not being with this person. You're in your bed alone, you know, or you're in a restaurant alone. No, you're in your bed, maybe butt naked, and you're with the specific person. Or you're waking up. You could be dressed. You're waking up, but you know, you guys slept together. Um, you know, you're just waking up and starting the day. You're like, oh, hey, how are you? You good? You good? Okay. All right, let's go to the gym. This is a natural scene. You guys are already together. Maybe you're married or living together. You know, whatever works for you and whatever it is that you desire, see that. Okay. And go after what you desire because what you desire is easy to manifest because it's effortless. You want something like when you're thirsty because you haven't drank water and you're in a desert, closing your eyes and imagining yourself drinking some water is pretty darn easy. It's what you truly want. I think a lot of people have problems with not going after what they truly want. If you don't truly want it, don't go after it. Don't go after it. Go after what you truly want. And when you go after what you truly want, you become the highest version of yourself because you go back to remembering that you are the master of your physical reality. Okay? That imagination creates reality, and you operate imagination. You are imagination. So therefore, you are the operant power of your reality. And it goes back to living in the end. Seeing yourself with what you want. Not chasing it like the dog chasing a rabbit, like a dog hugging a rabbit or being friends with a rabbit. And feeling all the things that entail that. Vividly real. So living in the end, you have to see it vividly real, meaning make it feel in imagination as if it were as solid as nature. Okay, so in imagination, if you're with a specific person, you know how your sheets feel, you know how your pillows look like. So open your eyes. Let's say, you know, the lights are on or you're about to go to sleep, depending on whatever scene you're doing. You feel the sheets, you see the pillows, you see the designs, you feel the pillow, you see her dyed hair or not dyed hair, you hear her voice, you put your hand on her shoulder, or what have you. Feel the warmth of her body or his body, and then drift off to sleep. Drift off to sleep. And so you are sleeping in your bed with that specific person in your imagination as you drift off to sleep, and it's going to manifest. Okay, whatever you see yourself doing right before you kind of go off to a siesta, you're impressing the subconscious mind with it. Okay, because you're relaxed. You don't have to fall asleep. You can just do this in a relaxed state. Just take deep breaths, sit down, lay down, whatever is better for you. I like to sit down because if I lay down, I knock out, and then I create the scene. Look 360 degrees, feel, taste, touch, smell, hear, feel. Okay, and do it over and over again until it feels natural, until I feel bored. And then when you no longer want to imagine, it's because you fused with it. You already got it, but you must stay persistent. Okay, that's the thing that I think Brendan Manifesting says you don't do anymore. No, you keep on doing it. Okay, you keep on imagining until the wish is fulfilled. Okay, that's living in the end. And then be calm. Okay, there's 4 ways to being calm. Okay, and this is gonna help you manifest. Okay, because being calm is not caring. You're not like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, being grounded. Feel into your pelvic floor. Feel into your balls. If you're a man, feel into your balls. If you're a woman, feel into your pelvic floor. Then you become present. Okay. You become present and calm and at peace. Okay. When you're present, it's a high vibration, it's high vibe because you're calm and you're at peace. If you look at the David R. Hawkins state levels of consciousness, peace is right below enlightenment. Okay. And enlightenment is being calm, but also one with everything, feeling connected with everything. Knowing that this is pretty much a simulation. Okay, but I digress. All right. Then the other way to be calm is knowledge. There's a story that Neville Goddard shares about a couple who physically manifested their imagination by living in the end. They imagine themselves walking in a apartment building that they owned and visiting the tenants. Their lot had nothing. It was just dirt. But in their imagination for weeks, they imagined they were walking in their apartment complex, going through the floors, meeting people, having friends come in and say, hey, great work. I love your apartment. I love what you did here. Living in the end. And they felt and knew that they didn't put a penny down. It was free. Okay. And because they had been waiting, this couple had been waiting 15 years to save. So they're working physically. They're out here. Okay. They were the carnal mind. They were living through the carnal mind. And they were learning from Neville Goddard. And so they said, okay, let's do what Neville Goddard told us. And we're not going to pay a penny for it, and we're going to imagine it. So they imagined the apartment. Then one day, the wife said, hey, I saw a developer's name down the street. When they said, they nipped that conversation in the bud, okay? They stopped it like, wait, we already have it. It's already done. So we don't need to be looking for the how, okay? We don't need to be looking for the how. And so, time went on, and that person they had spoken about had gone to visit them and said, hey, why isn't there an apartment right here? You guys should have an apartment right here. They said, yeah, we do, but we don't have any money to put it down. They didn't have money. That's why they waited 15 years. And he said, okay, let me see what I can do. He said, hey, look, I could get you guys free prints because, I do free prints. I have free prints. And I think he was an architect. And I can finance the payment for the loan. Okay, you just pay me from the profits. Because for them to get a loan to start the building, they had to put some money down. And he paid the fee, the financing fee. And they got it done. And then later on, they manifested the friend coming in saying what a wonderful job. And then another thing happened where they had one spot that wasn't filled in, and they would imagine showing somebody the spot and saying that I got it. Like, yes, I got it. So it's kind of like saying you're marrying somebody and somebody saying, yes, I got it. Yes. But what have we been saying? Live in the end. Like, it already happened. So they said, okay, let's see somebody already living there. Because that's what they want. They want somebody living there. So see somebody already living there, not saying, yes, that they want to live there. Okay, you get me? It's like the dog almost getting close to the rabbit, like almost getting close, right? It's like almost. It's like he's chasing. They're probably in the same. If you were to look at them from the side, they would look like they're running together. That's how close they are. That's how close it is to your manifestation when you're getting a yes from somebody, like they did. They got a yes that somebody wanted to buy their apartment or rent their apartment, right? They got a yes, but they weren't living in there yet. What you want is them to be living there. So they changed the imaginal scene, and they saw themselves visiting the person already living there. And so that's when, right away, somebody came in. Somebody came in. Okay, so again, see yourself doing the thing you would do if you already had it. The money, what would you be buying? The specific person, what would you be doing? Waking up next to them, going to the gym together, in the morning because you guys woke up together, whatever it is. See that. Okay, health. What would you be doing, right? If you were like me, that you couldn't move your arm, then what would you be doing if your arm was perfectly healthy? A muscle up, bang. Also, I would see myself do muscle ups. Like, yes, I'm doing muscle ups. I was doing a stretch that required my arm to go all the way up and bend, the opposite direction, doing the thread the needle. I saw it in my imagination. It was already done. I wasn't questioning it. Like, it's done. Bang, bang, bang. People probably thought I was crazy. Or they knew, like, my gym crush, my gym girl, she probably saw, like, what's going on with this guy? But who cares? You know what's going on. I really have to use the restroom, so I'm going to try and, like, speed this up a little bit. Okay? So that's by being grounded. Okay, being calm, being grounded. I don't know how we started talking about all this. Kind of went back to living in the end. But you got to stay calm and grounded. The story. They stayed calm. Every time the guy came, the architect came. I think he was an architect. Every time he came, he said, "Oh, you guys got to put down money." "Oh, we don't have any money." "Okay, don't worry." They stayed calm. He said, "Okay, let me come back." He left. "Hey, let's do this." And they're like, "Okay, we'll do this." Always staying calm, because when he finally came back with the contract where they don't have to pay anything, where they would pay with the net profits, then they signed. But they were calm throughout the whole time. Okay, so that's what groundedness would do for you. But it's also from knowledge. It's also from knowledge. So that's the second thing. They were knowledgeable of the law, so they said we don't have to pay for anything. So this is not the route. When they got a contract for not paying anything, that's the route. They signed it. Okay? And then another way to get calm is through experience. When you've manifested so much, like everything's going to be all right. Life is happening for me. Everything's going to be all right. I'm going to manifest it. Whatever's going on right here is going to manifest physically. I already have it. Okay? So I don't have to be chasing. You have to be chasing. Like, just don't care. Do not care. Okay? And when you have experience, it's just more of certainty. It's not really calmness, is certainty. All right. So that's being calm. The next thing is when you are calm, you create a vacuum, because now you're just at peace. You're at still. This is where the Sabbath term comes from. You want to be still. You want to be calm. Calm. And so when you're imagining being in that situation where you want to be, right? And you feel like you already have it, and then you open your eyes, you're like, oh, okay, now nothing's here. That thing that I want is not here, but you feel like you already had it. You feel like you have a double identity, the one who had it in the imagination, and then now you're present physically in the moment in your body. It is not there. So the universe was going to conspire to bring that to you, because that's how the universe works. That's how everything works. It's through vibration. So you're like, boom, saw it with it, boom, come back. You're calm. You let it go basically because you're calm and grounded. So the universe is working towards giving you what you desire. Okay, it's like a loving parent. When you're nagging at your parents and cussing them out, you're like, "Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?" Like, hey, MFer, I don't know if you have cussed at your parents. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Do you think they want to give it to you? Versus when you're like, Mom, Dad, or whoever, maybe, your guardian. Can I get this, please? And then you're calm. And you're just happy. You're like, whatever. They're like, look at you. They're like, what the? Yeah, sure, I'll get it for you. And every time you use your imagination, and then returning back and being calm, that's what you're doing. You're saying, bring me this, please. And the universe is saying, yeah, I got it for you. Okay. But because you're using your imagination, you're being that person now. Creates a vacuum. Okay. It creates a vacuum. Lastly, not caring is like resisting your manifestation. And when you resist persists, you're focusing on it because you're thinking about it. What the couple that I shared, the couple that I talked about, they kept on thinking of their end goal. They kept imagining their home. Okay, and when they saw like this architect come in and tell them, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and they're like, no, 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 no. They were focusing back on the wish fulfilled, the image, the imagination. They're going back to it. So it's kind of like resisting it because the universe is bringing them options. And they're going back to their imagination. It's a specific way. Every time something comes in, they're going back. Every time. And it looked like this architect wanted money. It looked like he wanted money for the financing, wanted money for the prints. And they're like, no. And they didn't care. They're like, oh, I don't care. No, we can't pay. You don't care. We already got it. Because every time they tell them no, they just go back to the imagination, seeing themselves already in the apartment and seeing the tenants. Wow, there's only dirt. Physically, there's only dirt on their property. And then they finally get the one that they want. And then it's just focusing on what you desire. Instead of going, oh, we should get the money so we can get the prints. Oh, we should get the money for the loan. No. You know how it already happened. You just stay calm. Just go back. So every time the specific person mad dogs you or tells you something, or you don't see this person and then you find out they're going to be gone for a year, but you want to be with this person, then you just not care. Every time that comes to your awareness, physical awareness, because this is in physical reality, in time and space, just go back to the imagination, just like the couple did. Go back to the imagination. And I like to say, fuck circumstance, that's the past, and I start imagining what I want. All right. So not caring is like resisting, because when you don't care about what's going on, all the contradictions, you focus on what you want. See yourself with it. Again, remember the analogy, the dog analogy. Don't chase it, see yourself with it. Don't chase the rabbit, see yourself with the rabbit. Okay? And finally, I'm going to share the quote, and that is, be a doer of the word, not a listener of the word. All right? We must apply this stuff. Remember, this couple spent 15 years to get what they wanted, when they could have just easily used the imagination. I don't know if they knew Neville Goddard for 15 years, but they could have easily used their imagination and got everything for free. Knowing that they got everything for free in their awareness and experiencing their desire already fulfilled, they got it because they applied it. Okay? Their manifestation wasn't a one-day manifestation. For them, it took weeks. So it took a couple of months to manifest, but they stayed true. Every time the guy said, "Hey, buy my prints. Hey, buy my loan," they're like, "No," because they're already living in the end, and they felt they were fused with it. You feel when you're fused with it because you don't want it, you don't even want it no more. You're like, you feel like you have it already. That's when you know you're fused with it, and then you just keep on imagining, and it'll show up. Okay, it'll show up, guaranteed. I hope you like this one. And if you want more on manifesting, click the description below. I have books in my authors link. I have articles that I write on Medium, short ones. So if you want to just like short snips, you can check that out. And yeah, tips. I also have a tips button there if you want to give me a tip. I'm not Neville Goddard, okay? I'm Miguel. So I allow the abundance to come into my life, okay? I heard Neville Goddard didn't charge when he taught his lectures. I wonder why. Maybe he had already received so much that he's like, man, I don't even need this money no more. And I don't know why. I don't know. Shoot, YouTube and Medium pays me, you know. But I digress. I hope this helped you. You don't need to buy anything, okay? I just want you to manifest your dream life. And yeah, enjoy your life. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you get more videos like this in your feed. The algorithm will feed you my videos and feed you videos that are going to help you better your life. Peace!